The Rendlesham Forest event is one of history's most well-known and intriguing UFO encounters. It took place in the deep forests around the RAF Bentwaters military installation in Suffolk, England, in December 1980. The installation was utilized by both the British and American militaries, and it housed nuclear weapons and other classified materials. The first traces of something weird began to surface in the woodland on a cold and gloomy night. Security guards at the base reported weird lights moving through the trees and hearing strange noises in the distance. What happened next was a chain of events that would forever alter the lives of everyone concerned. To this day, the Rendlesham Forest episode remains a mystery, sparking innumerable ideas and discussions regarding the nature of UFOs and extraterrestrial life. But beyond the speculation and theories, the incident serves as a reminder of the unknown forces that exist in the world around us, and of the mysteries that we may never fully understand. On a dark and rainy December night in 1980, something unexpected occurred in Rendlesham Forest, a site noted for its creepy and mysterious ambience. Some feel it was a coincidence, while others believe it was a foreshadowing of things to come. It all started when a crew of security guards patrolling the adjacent Woodbridge Air Base noticed odd lights in the woods. They couldn't go any further that night, so they returned to the forest the next night to see what was going on. They had no idea what was going to happen to them that would impact their lives forever. They noticed a bright, white light in the distance as they approached the forest. They approached cautiously and soon came face to face with a metallic, triangular object making a low, humming sound. It was as if the woodland had come to life and they were no longer alone. A sergeant from the security team approached the thing and stretched out to touch it. The surface was smooth and shiny, and the thing was warm to the touch, much to his amazement. Then something even odd occurred. In his thoughts, he began to receive a sequence of binary code messages that would change everything. They were trying to figure out what was going on when they heard a high-pitched beeping sound emanating from the device. When they looked up, they noticed a gigantic, bright object falling from the sky. They were being visited by something from another realm. A new squad of security guards from the adjacent Bentwaters Air Base observed odd lights in the forest the next night. They noticed a red, glowing object traveling through the trees and ran after it, but it vanished into thin air. In the days that followed, the incident was investigated by both the British and American military, but no one could explain what had happened. Some speculated that it was a secret military experiment, while others believed it was evidence of extraterrestrial life. Despite the investigations and theories, the truth behind the Rendlesham Forest incident remains a mystery. To this day, people still gather in the forest, hoping to catch a glimpse of something otherworldly. For some, it's a warning of things to come, a sign that we are not alone in the universe, and that there is still so much we don't know. The first night of the Rendlesham Forest incident was a dark and eerie night in December of 1980. When a group of security personnel patrolling the nearby Woodbridge Air Base reported strange lights in the forest. They were on high alert, as there had been reports of strange activity in the area in recent weeks. As they approached the forest, they saw a bright, white light in the distance. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before. They moved closer, cautiously, and soon found themselves face to face with a metallic, triangular object that was emitting a low, humming sound. It was as if the forest had come alive, and they were no longer alone. The object was about 3 meters in length and 2 meters in height, with a metallic surface that appeared smooth and polished. There were no visible seams or openings, and it seemed to be made of a material that was unlike anything on Earth. The object was hovering just above the ground, and there was a faint mist rising up around it. One of the security personnel, a sergeant, approached the object and reached out to touch it. To his surprise, the surface was warm to the touch, and he could feel a slight vibration coming from the object. But then something even stranger happened. He started to receive a series of binary code messages in his mind, messages that he couldn't explain or understand. The messages were a series of ones and zeros that seemed to be forming patterns and sequences. The sergeant tried to focus on the messages, but they were fleeting and seemed to disappear as soon as he tried to grasp them. He couldn't make sense of what he was experiencing. As the group tried to make sense of what was happening, they suddenly heard a high-pitched beeping sound coming from the object. They looked up and saw a large, glowing object descending from the sky. It was as if they were being visited by something from another world. The object descended slowly, hovering just above the trees, casting an eerie, pulsating light on the forest floor. The security personnel were awestruck, unable to comprehend what they were witnessing. It was like something out of a science fiction movie. But it was happening right before their eyes. After a few minutes, the object started to ascend again, rising up into the sky and disappearing into the darkness. The security personnel were left standing in the forest, their minds reeling from the experience. They couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. In the days that followed, the incident was investigated by both the British and American military, but no one could explain what had happened. The binary code messages received by the sergeant were analyzed, but they couldn't be decoded or understood. The truth behind the Rendlesham forest incident remains a mystery to this day, leaving many to wonder if we are truly alone in the universe.